Hello, welcome back to Gas Buto Tabletop Football, where I want to try a bit of an experiment. Sorry, the experiment isn't scooching down, I've just got to fit on the camera. And it starts with a story. So on Saturday, gone, I was at Bristol Rovers and I watched Rovers versus Carlisle United. Rovers won 2-1. Now, before we go any further, absolutely zero disrespect for Carlisle. I've got nothing against Carlisle. If anything, I sort of identify the position they're in at the minute. We've been there. I know what that's like. And I'll be honest with you, any time I've sort of met Carlisle fans, nice people. Got nothing against them whatsoever at all. A lot of sort of sympathy for the position they're in at the minute. And a bit of a respect for them because, I'll be honest with you, they're one of the sort of more interesting teams in the league. But nonetheless, what I wanted to chat about is their away kit. Now, if you haven't seen the Carlisle away kit for this season, pause this and go and have a look at it. Look, other people are going to like it. I'm going to say it's just awful. I'm sorry, it's just awful. Not trying to upset any Carlisle fans, it's just an awful kit, and it's obviously got some bad luck vibes attached to it now anyway, so terrible kit. Now, I was watching that, and was chatting to my mate, going, what is with their away kit? What is that about? And then it got me thinking in the week about, like, you know, how you could create, or when people are creating new kits, you know, what's going through their mind, like, you know, is this completely random sort of decision? Because it certainly looks like that with Carlisle. And then I was thinking about, you know, would it be fun, or is it completely ill-advised? Would it be fun if we created, like, a kit here for a team? Now, as you know, I've got some fictional teams that play on the pitch every now and then. And I've even got a completely made up team, two of them in fact, Spirits Buto and the Gas Buto one, created by Alan Porter. You know, I was thinking, could we do, like, in the Gas Buto community, create a completely fictional team with a fictional kit together, and then, I don't know, just see where it goes. Obviously, the first route would be to get them then painted up as a team, and we could have them playing a game on here, and that could be quite interesting. And it just got me mind churning away on how we could do that and how I could involve everyone that watches these videos. So that's where we're at. Now I'm gonna have to sit down because I can't stand up, sort of scooch like that for too long. Let's move on the hand out of the way. So let's have a sit down and have a chat about that. So I've been thinking about that, and what I thought we could do would be, if we first off start with a team name, right? So rather than people put suggestions in, we could do it completely random, yeah? And I went online and I found this thing called a word generator, and I thought we could get 3 or 4 random words, bundle them together, bear with me, bundle them together into a name, a fix, like, you know, a postfix, a name like United, Rovers, City, Argyle, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. And then and then when we got this ridiculous name for the team, then we can start looking at what sort of ridiculous matching kit they would have, and then obviously build it up from there. So that is what we're gonna do. Ah, Jesus. I got a feeling this is gonna go really, really badly. Anyone that knows me will know that whenever a decision comes into play that involves the public, my view is always never ask the public. Never ask the public anything. Just don't. You're gonna end up in a awful situation. Never ask the public's opinion. I mean, we have not forgotten, surely, Boaty McBoatface. I mean, come on. You know, that's what you get when you... But nonetheless, let's try in this community, this little Gasputo community, to create a fictional football team. And the first part of that is going to be creating their name using random words from a word generator, right? So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to pause this in a minute, and then when I get back to the house, I'm going to set up the camera in front of a random word generator, and we'll create a list of words, right? And then what I'll do, because I don't want it to be like just me picking things. I want you lot to sort of have an input to this. So then I was thinking, if I get, say, 100, let's say 100 random words, right? Then what we could do is then put them in some sort of poll. Now, I did think about doing that on the YouTube channel and the community group, but I don't think there's a poll option on there. I will have a look, but I don't think there's one on there. So I thought what would be the easiest way of doing that, once we've got our 100 words we're going to potentially use for our name, is if I put them into a poll on Facebook. Now, with that in mind, before I came and did this video, I created a Facebook group that's called Gasputo. So if you want to get involved in this little project we got going, you'll have to get on Facebook and search for Gasputo. It's a private group, so I'm not sure if that means, I'll have to have a look what the settings are. I'm going to put my hands up here, say I do have a Facebook account, but I don't use Facebook very often. I don't have it on my phone. The only way I can get onto it is on a computer, and as such I tend to look at it like hardly ever. So don't expect the Gasputo group to be a place where I'm going to be pumping out loads of images of Gasputo and stuff. But to its credit, you know, I don't like Facebook as such, but to its credit, it is useful for doing community things like this. So I think the best bet would be, if you want to get involved, go onto that group, private group, but you can search for a name, and then I will put a poll on there, and then everyone that's in the group will be able to vote on the words they want to use to put into our random team name. And once we've got a name, then we can move on to the other fun bits like creating a kit, creating an actual Sputo team, etc. and so forth. Now, a few caveats. In fact, I'll talk about the caveats when I get in, because I've been thinking about this. But there's got to be some point where I'm going to have to make a decision on it. So, but I'll chat about that when we get on the word generator. All right. So I know this sounds a little bit left field, but it could be fun. Just got to see if it works. So if we start off with that team name, and then we'll go from there. All right, right. So keep that in mind. I'm going to pause you, and then we're going to get back to the office. See you in a bit.